Hey good people, it's Tashara from Politics and Fashion here today with my rapidly depreciating investment portfolio, aka a luxury haul. If that sounds good to you, just keep watching. Alright, I've been shopping. And it's interesting how these things go, y'all, because I started off at the beginning of the year very critical of like luxury fashion and mindful of my own consumption. And then something happened round about my birthday, round about April, and things just went downhill. So just know that I did not purchase all of these things at one time. And what I really want to share with you all today is how I would rate these pieces. Because for me, it's not just about sharing what I have, but it's also about would I recommend you buy the same, giving you some specs, some details, some strengths, some challenges. We're going to do some glows and grows today, girl. I'm not going to share the prices of all of these things because my mom watches these videos. So I'm not trying to get in that kind of trouble, but just know that everything will be linked down below, including what I am wearing today. Now, you all know that I have done quite a bit of travel this summer. I always do. It is my favorite thing in the world as far as my hobbies and my passions outside of fashion is travel. And I went to the West Coast, Joshua Tree, Palm Springs, and while I was there, I had to hit up the luxury outlets, and I came home with a couple pieces. First up, you may have seen here, there, someplace across the internet, so make sure you are subscribed to my channel, is the Marni bag. Ain't she a vision of perfection? An object of affection to quench your world fire. This thing is... I don't have a lot of color in my wardrobe. Thank you all for being so kind and so sweet when I do wear color or I do have a little pop here and there. Y'all are so amazing and I appreciate you affirming me and being like, girl, that color on you. Now, I'm still going to wear them neutrals though, but I appreciate you. But in my anti-haul video, I think at the beginning of this year, I talked about not needing any more neutral handbags unless they were fun and interesting in some sort of way. Get to that later, put that in your back pocket. And I also knew that I wanted to introduce more color because I felt like I had my solid handbags kind of check. We got those neutrals under wraps. And so with the Marni bag, when I walked in and saw it, and by the way, it was in July around the 4th, and they were having a 40% off sale. I fell in love first with the color. Green is one of my favorite colors, green and orange, and I'm a big Marni fan, but more importantly was this chain on the bag. And when I first picked it up, I was like, okay, how do I do the thing? And she was like, no, it's supposed to be asymmetrical. And so that is why the chain is two different lengths and it's meant to kind of hang to the side. This right here is actually functional, my friend. And you know I love some gold hardware, honey. And so this can go all the way down or all the way up. My favorite way to wear this, honestly, is to almost use the snake chain like it is just like a little accessory. It's an embellishment on the bag. And I just hold it like this. Hi. Hey, girl. It's one of those for me. So it feels like to me the perfect pop of color. Across the top, you all, is a magnetic closure, as you can see. You have a Marni there in very small writing, so you don't have to worry about walking around with a bunch of logos if you don't like that. You have small Marni logos on here and on the very bottom. It's the details for me, always. And then on the inside is this accordion shape. I already got a little bit of lip gloss in the bottom, so I'm sad about that. But you don't even need a wallet, y'all, because this will hold cards. And I just love the fact that it expands fully like this. So this is actually a really good size handbag. Just love the smell of the suede on the inside too. The inside is fully lined with suede. I just think, oh, and then I forgot the silver detail here as well, y'all. I would get this bag in more colors. I will once again link the ones that I can find. I have seen them on Farfetch. This was a dynamic price because it was at the outlet and on sale. I think I may have spent about $500 for it, if that much. I'm saying dynamic relative to luxury prices, of course, so subjective price point there. I recommend this. It is for sure for me a 10 out of 10. Number two, y'all have not seen anywhere yet, and I think the girls are going to be very excited for me because I've been talking about this forever. Forever, ever, forever. And it is my first mini Loewe puzzle bag. Now, here's a little story behind this bag, y'all. Janae has this exact same bag. I've told her on more than one occasion that it is my favorite bag in her wardrobe. So, had a moment in her closet recently, and I was like, girl, I just love this bag so much. And she was like, you need to get that bag. I was like, Janae, I've been trying to get the bag because folks may know that Loewe, it is gone up in price in the secondhand market for sure. The bags themselves are now more popular. And the price points have just been really disrespectful, if you ask me. And so I get home the very next day, y'all, and I find this bag on the Real. Now, the price was still steep for me for a small bag, for that TBE, that tiny bag energy, as Cassie says. But we serve a mighty good God because I had a real credit. I said, girl, cash me out. Go ahead and send that bag my way. Send the bag my way. Got it in the mail, and I swear angels were singing when I opened it. It actually came, y'all, with the dust bag and with the bag. So not the box, but it was in a dust bag with the actual Loewe bag that the person had purchased it with, I'm assuming. Shipping for the Real takes a little bit longer than I love. So it took about a week to get to me, which I'm like, I'm not used to that for luxury purchases, so just keep that in mind. But when I opened it, I was really impressed with the quality of it. As you can see, it has these white panels here in pristine condition. The only thing about it that I noticed, but I don't really care about, is some slight scratching across the top, and I'm sure like leather lotion would probably get that completely out. The colorway for me is what I love. It's the gray, the black, the white, and from what I've seen, you don't see as many of these kind of tri-color bags anymore at Loewe. The pull tab is also that dark gray, and it has the flap here that covers the zipper, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I do want to say that it also came with a crossbody strap, and this is a true crossbody strap, y'all, with the larger sizes, or yeah, I think the two larger sizes, because they make two larger than this. This strap is adjustable. It is not on this, so keep that in mind if you are petite, but for me it hits at the perfect place. Love the silver hardware on it and just how easy it is mechanically to attach it and detach it. Now, what I don't love, which I really hope changes with wear, is that this will not close. And overall, I think between the strap and the bag, it just feels very different from my medium size, but Loewe calls it small, puzzle bag. Now, I keep thinking to myself, am I comparing apples to oranges? One, because that bag is larger, but also because I've had it for much longer. Almost 3 years, I think. And so it's just slouchy, it's worn in, it just feels like butter. This does not feel like that. And I don't know that that's a bad thing. It's just I was not expecting it. And once again, this is just grinding my gears for some reason. Like, I want the bag to feel closed. Other than that, you all, I don't have any complaints. I think the size is perfect. It fits both of my phones, my regular phone and my trap phone. I do that plug talk. It fits everything that you need in here, in my opinion, because I'm not a huge bag person, and I'm really happy with the colorway. So until it breaks in, though, I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna have to say, I mean, we're above a C average, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But let's get into my SLGs, which you may have seen, but I have had a chance to utilize them, and so now I want to give you a review. So I got 2 pieces while I was at Goyard on Rodeo Drive, and I got this small pouch in the mustard color, which we love, and the standard card holder in the navy blue, as you can see, with both with the classic Goyard pattern. Let's talk about the pouch first. It has been so good, because now what I do is I'll put my AirPods, a pen, some tissues, some lip glosses, just kind of like my everyday needs. And instead of trying to remember all of those things individually as I pack my bag for the day, because I tend to switch out handbags several times a week. I love handbags. I'm sure many of you do the same thing. I don't have to worry about remembering all of those things because they're in here. Now, does it have to be a Goyard pouch? Obviously not. But just the fact that I can have one pouch to take and put in my bags, and I love organization and things to just kind of keep my life tidy and help me to not forget things, because I am very forgetful. This has been so helpful. It also has a little card slot here. I need to wipe it out, you all, because I mentioned using it for like cosmetics and such, because that's one thing that I don't love about it. I wish that this was canvas on the inside, or something that could easily be wiped clean. It's actually cotton, and the card holder part, or the pocket in the back, is leather. So it's not the cleanest on the inside, but you know, it's functional for what I want to use it for. So I'm trying to not even be bothered with that. I use my things. Again, it's the perfect size to fit in multiple bags. And so I will definitely give this a 10 out of 10. Goyard makes a number of these in different sizes. I have, I think, the largest size as a laptop case. And the card holder is a 10 out of 10. Just period. I don't know why I have not had a card holder in probably about 2 decades. I had gone to a more fuller size wallet. I was carrying more cash. But now, you know what I do? Put all my cards here. Put this inside of here. And because I do like to keep at least like $20 on me at any one time, I'll put the cash inside of here. I love the color. I almost got white, which would have been really stupid because you're always in it and out of here. So getting it in a darker color made sense. But I didn't want any more black Goyard SLGs, as I am trying to switch up my colorways. Oh, girl, I'm so thirsty. It just feels so good to be in my outdoor era. You know, REI is not quite my steez. I mean, I go with my fiance. That's her favorite place often. But when like REI meets the luxury girls, then you got me. I have here a Fendi water bottle holder with the water bottle. Be quiet. Don't say anything. I didn't ask you for your opinion, okay? Is it probably one of the silliest things I've ever hauled? Yes, but you all know I love tiny bags as well. One of those coming up too. So I'm known for my penchant for things that are a little quirky, and some might say useless. Just judge me now and let's move on, okay? Because when I was in Portland, girl, out on the Oregon Trail, you think that vlog is coming, or you may have already seen it. You don't think I had this right here on crossbody, mobbing through those national park streets, honey? I bet you I did. And I stayed hydrated while I was at it, because it has been hot. It has been hot, and I am someone that has been a lot more conscientious of my water intake. I have a Stanley. Don't ask me why. Somebody gave it to me, girl, and it actually is great. It keeps your water cold. But that big useless cup, like, who really wants to walk around every day? I mean, there are plenty of people who do it. I'm not one of them. So I'm a closet Stanley user. You know, I leave it in the car. But this, baby girl, we're all the places with the people doing the things, and you like, girl, wait a minute, let me just, hold on. Let me just drink me some water. In all seriousness, this is part of the Fendi with Marc Jacobs collection. This entire collection was on sale at the outlet, and so I just fell in love with this pattern. I had seen it, I think, on somebody else's vlog, so I knew the collection was at the outlet, and I went in thinking that I was going to go up for the Fendi first bag, and I just decided I didn't want a bag with this logo all over it. I was like, no, I like it. I see the utility of it, but it's just not for me. Also, there's something about that Fendi first and the way you have to hold it that I'm not always a fan of. So when I saw this one other thing, and I was in knowing I was going to go to Portland to do so many outdoor activities, and I had just been proposed to on a hike, it just felt like something that I had to have. Now, the water bottle, as you can see, obviously those two things are separate, and it is a Fendi branded water bottle. It also has the FF on the top. It keeps it hot for 12 hours and cold for 24 hours. It is stainless steel and CO2 neutral. It's by 24 Bottles, which is the brand if anyone has ever heard of that. I have to say that at first, and I've washed it a bunch of times since I've had it, I could taste kind of like a metallic taste from the water, and I didn't like that. And I was almost like, okay, girl, like, well, this was a waste of money because I'm not going to drink from it if it has that metallic taste to it. That has since subsided, and again, it is one of my favorite things that I have. I do not leave the house without this now, and I just wear it right across my body, crossbody, and you can adjust it on the sides. If you would have asked me probably a week out when it still had that metal taste, I might have given it a 6 out of 10. Now I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for sure. And if you can't find this specific one, there are many of luxury brands that make these types of water bottle holders. And it's just, for me, kind of like, well, duh, if you're a luxury girl and you got to drink water, that seems pretty useful. You know what I mean? I just never thought about it until I went in the actual store. And whereas I have not found this exact one on any website yet, but I will look again, I have found like the Fendi Raffia collection one, which I like as well. So I mentioned being able to grab my water bottle and go. So you might be asking, well, where are your cards? I'm happy you asked, friend. And then we just do like this right here. And we're out the door. Both of these were an additional 40% off at Fendi, and they even had a tiered sale that they were trying to get me into, and I was like, no, I don't need anything else. Thank you for these items. Because in full transparency, I didn't love the Fendi boutique. Like, the items were amazing. They had some of the best items at the outlet, but they needed to kind of scale up the look and the feel of it, if that makes sense. And so I was just trying to like focus on my items and kind of get out of there and ignore the dust in some of the corners, because that was, as my grandma might say, I was devastated, shocked. I really was. But it would not deter me from a great deal, and I had to get another Fendi Baguette bag charm to go along with this. And so now I'm about to go get my haircut today, girl. This is my vibe. Stilettos. It's not stilettos pumps in the club. It's like water bottles, bat charms in the club. That's what happens when you become over 40. You got to you got to stay hydrated, my friend. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for 2 reasons. Number one, I didn't pay enough attention to the fabrication on this. The Zuka print one, the original, is fabric as well, but it's almost like a woven sheen. This is cotton and it's white. So this already has a few stains on it, and I know if I wear it often, it is going to get so dirty. So that's the first thing that I don't like. I don't love the material of it, and I should have paid more attention to that. But girl, I was euphoric, okay? I was on a natural outlet high when I was out there. So should have paid more attention to that. Also, this, unlike the original one, is not a crossbody chain. It is simply a shoulder chain. And so at 6 feet tall, it's a shoulder chain. On someone else, it may be crossbody. I don't love that either. But the idea of it is still quirky and fun. I just have to deduct a few points because of those things. So those are all of my SLGs, but I do have a pair of sunglasses to share with you all because Elisa Johnson strikes again. You may not be able to see because of the light, but these do have a slight blue tint to them. Do they have UV protection? I highly doubt it. The answer is no. So you're not going to be able to go outside and like catch a softball in direct sunlight. I don't know why you would be doing that, but it's the first thing that came to my mind, okay? So you wear your Ray-Bans for that, for athletics and such. These are for just a vibe. These are aesthetic, okay? These are indoor outdoor. They anchor the face. I love the retro frame that she does so well. I think this is still part of the Jane collection, but I'll definitely link them down below. They came super quick. The website still says that you may experience some shipping delays, but these actually came within maybe 3 days or so. So they came quickly and I was very excited about that. This is my third pair of Lisa Johnson sunglasses. She is a black designer, and what I love about these is they are so well made, y'all. It is a matte gold frame, and you would think, given the metal design of them, they wouldn't be comfortable, but they actually fit my face so perfectly. You know, I gotta do this test right here, right? They fit my face so perfectly until she just hit this out the park, in my opinion. The packaging is also really great. I saved the box for you guys because I wanted to show you. So they come in her signature box, as you can see. It is a white box. And then when you open it, you have, of course, the actual case. She puts her name on the back of the box and not the front, or the case and not the front, which I think is interesting. And then on the inside, I haven't even taken it out yet, y'all, is a little card that is the thank you card, and then it tells you cleaning and care. And the card actually tells you what I just said: not for direct observation of the sun, okay? Not for protection against artificial light sources. Not to be used for eye protection against mechanical hazards. These are for a bot. And I am okay with that. Then I have 3 pair of shoes that I wanted to give you a rating on. You may have seen them here or there if you are not new around these parts. But if you are, subscribe, my friend. Welcome to the family. And also make sure you're following me across social media as well. So let's get into the Golden Goose. I'm wearing these today, girl. Deluxe brand. First of all, do you see the color of these? I think they're gray, but they're almost like a cream at the same time. Maybe the sole is making them read cream to me sometimes. Yeah, they're gray, but it's a really warm gray, if that makes sense. I love these. These are the Golden Goose Ball Star sneakers. I like them because they almost have like a dunk aesthetic to them, the Nike Dunks. And so they're not the traditional like round-toed Golden Goose. They're a little bit of a different style that you don't see as much. Love the color, love the sole color as well. That gives them like a retro vibe. And then we have the snake skin classic star that's always on Golden Goose sneakers. And I just realized recently the back of them says sneakers. And I like the green because that's like a nice deep neutral. And again, green is one of my favorite colors. I just slip my feet in and out of these. The laces are still tied from the way they were when I got them at the Golden Goose boutique. I think either in Boston or Tyson's. I don't remember. And so I wear a 42, I think, in Golden Goose, a 41. And I don't remember if these are men's or women's, but I feel like they may be men's, but many of their styles transcend genders. And so I am a size 10 and a half, like true 10 and a half. I wear anything between a 10 and an 11, usually a 41 and a 43 in luxury shoes. And this is a 41. The foam cloud, the magical elf that made these, that's in the bottom of these shoes, girl, an 11 out of 10. And I don't know why it took me so long to get these shoes. Obviously, I understand the fact that a distressed sneaker out the gate is not the design, the aesthetic that many people go up for, especially if you were black and from my generation, right? People was fighting about someone stepping on their Jordans in back in my day. And so the fact that you would buy a dirty shoe is kind of like, what? But once I got into it and I got into like the grungy effect and the vibe of it, I just became obsessed with it. It's so easy to travel with as well, and just a great shoe all around in my opinion. My fiance actually has 2 pair. This is my first pair. It will likely not be my last. And then we have the Gucci embellished shoes that I shared with you all in my Black for Summer video and styling tips for how to wear black during summer. I will link that down below. I'm sure you all have already seen it because you were part of the tribe, of course. But I'm still loving these, y'all. The only thing I will say about them is this part. That will be Murder, She Wrote if it is not broken in. So you don't want to get these shoes and think you're going to wear them like to a work conference or out and about all day long. You will not be happy. Even though it is a flat shoe, it is this part right here that will be misery, child. And so I almost sent these back, as I shared with you all before, but I decided to give them one more go, wore them around the house for a couple hours, and fell in love, y'all. And I'm so happy that I did not send them back, because I do like, as I shared in my styling flats video, the idea of being able to wear a flat shoe that is not round toed, that is not a ballet flat necessarily, even though Gucci calls these ballet flats. The fact that they do have that almond toe makes me really happy. I think they're style forward, they're still on trend, the embellishment gives a nice pop to an outfit. I love neutrals. It was a win-win for me, which is why I fell in love with them in the first place. And I would give these, I say, a 9 out of 10 because of having to break this in, which I did not anticipate. Last but not least are my Ferragamo Athena sandals, I think is the name. And these have been these have been worn. She wears her things. The girl wears her things. 10s across the board. 10s across the board. I got these shoes after seeing them. I think he may have shown me a picture. Shout out to the sales associate at the Ferragamo in Boston. They were having a sale, and actually the sale was coming up. It wasn't even live at that time. But here's why a good sales associate is worth their weight in gold, because they're going to put you up on game. And so he was like, oh, I got something for you. Took me through the sale list. These were on sale, and my God. And as I shared with you all before, Ferragamo actually had their sale online. Maximilian, we love you. I mean, these luxury brands, they don't do that often enough. We want a deal. We're not paying full price for luxury out here, okay? And so these were on the website. Hopefully you were able to grab them. But if you weren't, no worries, girl, because I got you. I actually was able to find these on, I believe, Net-a-Porter recently. They'll be linked down below for $500. So definitely a fraction of the full price, and even less than what I paid for them on sale directly from the brand. I think what I love so much is that I needed a brown sandal, just point blank in the period, and I had forgotten how much of a great neutral brown can be. I think because I am chocolate brown, obviously, it's easy to forget that that color still looks great on our skin and can be a great replacement for black. And so oftentimes when I'm wearing white, I wear these instead of wearing black. When I'm wearing something that is a color, you all know I don't like to wear black with color, especially when the color is bold. I pull these out. I'm looking at my dresses now. I mean, with green, obviously with a neutral like tan, with white, with pink. I mean, there are so many things that I would pull and reach for this shoe for before I would reach for a black shoe, and I'm just so happy that I have it. The gold on the heel, and the fact that the heel is slightly... And they also come, y'all, in all white, which I recently saw, and they come in a snake skin, or like a snake pattern. I could have every single one. I have these in a size 11, and they fit beautifully. Did not have to be broken in the toe box at all, despite all of these straps. This is so long to the point where I find myself doubling it up, and I'm very tall, so keep that in mind. But I think it actually makes it look even better, so you're not trying to like stretch it to get it all the way up your leg. It actually just does that effortlessly. And then it was that little small oh girl, metal piece on the bottom of the string that we love as well. Just a great shoe all around. The sole of it has this faux croc embossing. It is one of my favorite sandals in my closet right now. I cannot sing its praises enough. 10 out of 10 for these. And that is it, good people. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope it was helpful to you. Let me know your thoughts on rating luxury purchases, and if that is the type of content you all want to see more of, I would love to create it. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I will see you good people across the internet. Peace.